Okay, well, I've restarted the recording, so let's see. So, what are essentially your prepared actions in a tense situation before things explode?
Uh,
I,
try to make
I-
try to make the one who would explode go and fly.
I'm not.
Use movement of the mind on that.
Movement of the mind
Whoops.
to try and make him fly, is what he's saying.
Just yeah.
Do
Just
I
didn't
want
want
him
to state
to
what
care?
he-
Is that what you always do when someone might frenzy?
Generally speaking, yes. Yes, that's like the least amount of problems.
Okay. Vivian?
Vivian would have one of two things, and that would be if it's charging at her to try and dominate them, to, stop or freeze. But if it's not towards her, her usual instinct is probably to obfuscate.
Okay, I'm gonna call that a defensive dominate prepared.
Sure.
Which guard is it that's been placed up there? It's Donald.
Donald?
Donald.
Okay, so Donald is by the door. He would be ready to draw a weapon in case of shit going down. Kurtz would probably be to dodge / get away from the table if something comes at him. Havdan?
Would be my natural instinct.
Probably grapple the motherfucker.
Yeah, I was gonna either do that or animals in 3, but I don't really want to use a discipline, even though you did frenzy. But still, I think I'm just going to buff my strength by.
Okay, do you do this every time someone might frenzy? Because you don't know that he's actually frenzied yet. This is what you are keeping at the ready. In case someone does frenzy. When you see there's potential for it, essentially.
When there's a potential, how would I say? Yeah, if there's somebody what's the fucking point of that using?
You can have essentially readied an action to pour blood into fortitude. If someone attacks you. That way you don't waste it, and that, as your defensive action, you just, go whoop, no, fuck you.
Yeah, but seeing that I don't know that he's still frenzying, that's the thing.
Yeah, you will know on the next round, once he launches himself across the table.
Personally, since I don't know that he's exactly going to frenzy, and he might be able to hold it on, I think I'm just gonna have a prepared grapple roll. Just to prepare. That's only so when he basically, if he does, then I'll go onto it. Got it?
Okay, but that would essentially be kicking in. Yeah, he's higher initiative than you, so you can't really react to him. So yeah, you can't be... Like, this is your... more or less your standard, oh shit reaction, someone might frenzy. Like, what's your go-to in a situation where someone might snap?
Actually, thinking knowing Calvin, I think I just might try to.
What is
but I think I try to fucking calm him down first, regularly. If I'm going an actual thing.
Okay.
Just to basically help him on the self-control service thing.
Alrighty. Michelle would defensive dominate if someone comes at her. Or would she be using that? No, defensive dominate. Okay, and that takes us to Andy. And since nobody seems to be in his face just yet, other than this fucking ventral piece of shit. Well, now. Let's see how he does on leaping across the table, because that's an athletics roll, first of all. Okay, I'm gonna count it as +2 to difficulty for the grapple hit. And he
Hey!
smacks into Andy and goes flying past him.
Oh shit, yo.
The bodyguard draws his weapon. And you may try your movement of the mind, Jackalor.
I will use movement.
As Havdan is trying to say soothing things to the frenzying Toreador.
Who was already out of my fucking sight.
I need to roll. My
Yeah, you
willpower
can't
against
see him
his
until you
at
stand
7.
up. At 7, yes.
Wow, this is garbage.
Okay, it does nothing. Now everyone's happily in initiative. What would Leonard like to do? Leonard... Shit. Leonard is probably gonna attempt to dominate. If he can catch the eye. And even if he can't. Because what else are you gonna do? Oh dear. Volda. Yeah, Volda's not gonna do anything at the moment, but... Well, actually, what was the roll for passion? It was manipulation something, right?
It's
Empathy?
it's empathy.
Yeah, you know
I
what?
think it was actually charisma empathy, a manipulation.
Look it up. I need to roll some people's blood
Oh,
pool.
yeah, it actually is
Volda's-
charisma empathy. Difficulty of humanity.
Oh. What's his... No, that's Leonard. I don't need to look at Leonard. Leonard is unimportant right now. I need to look at Andrew. His blood pool matter. But he rolled there. 5. Oh yeah, you're all fucked. And Andy's might matter cause, well, fortitude. Okay, how much does Andy have? Ooh, well shit, son.
Nice.
Okay, Sheriff would like to move up and, well, let's go through this. Leonard, Ball the Passion, Jackalord.
Movement of mind again. Hopefully.
Okay, Vivian.
So this time, how good of a view do I have of him? Is there a chance I could catch his eyes by moving around?
There's a chance, but he's obscured by Bacon's bigger chair and he's semi on the ground.
Fast. You're not exactly fast as this child.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he.
So I think for this turn, I'm going to have an action ready to try and dominate if I get a good look at him.
Okay, so try and catch his glance,
Besides that, I'm going to be
essentially.
moving closer. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to move closer as well.
Okay.
Do note I am, even with my high dex, I'm actually pretty slow though.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Let's see. That brings us to the ghoul who would like to brutally stab the Toreador. And let's see, what does Michelle? What's her skills? Oh. Well, snap. She would like to split between drawing a knife and stabbing the Toreador, and she would like to activate Potence for this.
Bro.
Because fuck the Toreador. just, like, no, fuck him. Just, no, I'm not even trying. Stab. Sheriff was gonna go for grapple, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and you have Dan.
I was probably going to, at this point, no. Actually, I was still standing up. I'd probably also try and go around the table and try and grapple Andy.
Okay, if you're getting out from the chair, since you're not more like...
I was already standing up during the entire time speaking.
Okay, then yeah, then you can make it around there and try and grab the very bad Toreador.
Just in case I'm buffing Stem, restrained by 2.
Okay.
I think it would be just a reaction.
Andy is gonna spend a blood point on Fortitude, and he's gonna try and pop that presence too. If that hopefully works. And what would this dude try to do? He's gonna try and grab hold, and he's gonna spend a blood point on Celerity for a bite after everyone's taking their turns. Since he's on the ground and there's a chair in the way, this is once again gonna be at 8 to grab hold. Because, like I said, he's on the ground after missing. If he's actually grabbed hold, Jackalor, you'd be rolling your movement of the mind rating versus his strength rating to see if you can actually pull him off or pull them apart. Because he would be trying to hold on. So there's a chance he will essentially hold on. Would he be buffing that? Not yet. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh dear. You see him just latch onto Andy.
Fuck.
Andy, resist! Resist, Andy!
Strength is bashing?
I mean, he literally can't do anything because Andy popped a point into Fortitude.
Oh yeah. That would do it, yeah.
But you need to be facing them head on and getting an eye lock. So I'm gonna say that the Dread Gaze wouldn't be able to hit in this. Dominate might, because that can just add to the difficulty and work even without eye contact, but not this. Which brings us to Michelle. Well, did she spend any... She spent 1 blood, right?
For potence.
Yeah, I think since this is a Toreador, she would have buffed Dex by 1 as well.
Okay.
And she tries to draw the knife, it clatters to the ground. Fucking damn it. Havdan, you wanted to grab a bitch.
Yeah. So can I actually get over there in my turn?
Yes, and you can try and grab.
Okay, so it's a Dex roll first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since he is attached to Andy, do I have maybe an easier time getting him, or is it still 6?
It's still 6 because you have to try and gain control of him, and they're trashing around. There's a chair somewhere in there. It's a furball now.
Okay, so let's just go for it. I grab him.
Okay, roll for strength.
And I did buff by 2, so possible 1 damage.
Wow.
He might be a social character who's very busy trying to kill the Seneschal.
Very social, much wow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that brings us to Kurt. How does Kurt feel about this? Kurt isn't very happy about this, but Kurt has a lot of celerity. So Kurt will probably hit. Kurt hits. Oh look, Kurt has a little bit of potence as well. He might actually do some damage here. Nope.
He was also grappling, right?
Yes, that's a grapple. Gretchen is, yeah, probably busy trying to get out of the way. For some reason she's not in initiative, but... Well, actually she would probably be trying to dominate, honestly, since this is a clanmate. Trying to freeze him in place or something. Let me check the generation on Gretchen. Okay. See. And that does nothing due to various reasons. Okay. Which brings us down to the ghoul. Last he had prepared to draw a weapon. And now he's gonna be stabbing a bitch. So, Bacon.
Yes.
Let me know if this makes you proud.
Ooh.
So, 5 strength, plus potence, that's 6. Plus 1 for the knife, that's 7. Plus 3, that's 10 damage dice of lethal. Wow.
Not proud at all.
He soaks it all.
I think I need to do ghouls.
Hey, he's trying, okay?
Yeah.
So, he is now engaged with at least 3 people in melee. Depending on if you count Andy, it might be 4. And you should probably count Andy. So that's a plus 3 to the difficulty on the bite. So, that being the case, let's see if he manages to damage Andy.
Should I get a turn first? But technically.
Go ahead and roll for it, but you essentially have to rip him away from everyone that's holding him onto him now, so you can just...
I think I get my attempt to dominate.
Yeah, you can preempt this.
Yeah.
Try to.
Okay.
Okay.
I think she's able to move probably about that distance and then try and dominate from there.
Give me... Do you have anything in athletics to try and... What do you have that could help you catch his eye among the furball? Give me wits alertness. To see if you can, you know, lock eyes with him for a moment. Okay. That's not necessarily a good look, but in theory that should help. Go ahead and give me a roll for dominate. I think we said frenzy was +2 to difficulty.
Generally, yes.
By the way, for those wondering, all of this is a dream in the crocodile god's mind.
Is Croco God Malkav?
Right. 6.
No, Seth.
And I think I would just roll this. So I don't know what the difficulty in total is, so I'm just going to roll at 6. Say whatever you do on it. So.
Okay. Okay. Then
Freeze!
he would freeze in place for an instant. And with that, I think given how much... Well... I think the ghoul would stab him one more time before everyone managed to peel him off, just for good measure. Yeah, I really feel like the ghoul would, because he has to protect the seneschal. But other than that, I'm gonna let you just succeed at this point, because you have dogpiled the fuck out of him. So, another 10 lethal. Good.
That was a lot better.
What did you say about new ghouls?
Yeah, he's not doing anything.
Well, he's not incapped yet, but yes, he is happily dragged off. How high is your strength right now, Halfdan?
4.
And you have 3 in brawl. He would probably spend a bunch of blood essentially buffing to try and break free, cause, you know, essentially fuck you. But the sheriff is right there, so yeah, that's enough. He doesn't have any brawl, so you're...
I was probably gonna see of doing, because he is getting on Andy. Seeing of after grappling him, probably doing Quell the Beast, Animalism 3.
Okay, and actually, before I do that, Volda was happily adding her madness to this. So let's see if that helps him calm down. It was Charisma Empathy, right? Did someone look it
Yep.
up? Okay.
The difficult.
I did. Well, no, you both did.
Difficulty of his path rating. Right.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, he's dead inside. Or is he better? What is he?
Well, that succeeded.
Oh dear.
Well, what is it?
Epic, roll a luck die, cause Demi allowed Volda one joke. If you roll 3 or below, it's a very bad joke. Cause Volda is
sweet.
stupid.
Oh!
Okay, Andy's rolling at 8. Good to know.
I knew it.
Come on, baby, come on.
Okay, at this point he's gonna start spending willpower because he'd really rather not die.
It's 4.
He only needs one more.
Yes,
If he spends a willpower point, he's safe.
yeah, he spent a willpower point. So covered by bodies with people trying to dominate him from every end. Oh wait, I forgot. The Nosferatu, she would take another free stab as well.
Oh no.
No,
it's
she
slime.
wouldn't. She'd have to pick it up first.
She
botched
would,
on
but
the
she would
drawing, remember?
split to do that. Because it's a Toreador and fuck this guy.
Holy shit.
Okay,
Fail
another
thinking
2
of
blood
knife.
points. Buff Dex by 1 and spend another point on Fortitude. This needs to hit. Okay.
Fortitude impotence?
She has gen below 10, so she can spend 2 points per turn or more.
Yeah, but not you impotence.
Yeah, she spends it on potence.
Yeah, not fortitude.
Yeah, not Fortitude. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Just wanted to know.
Oh dear. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Okay, there is a chance if he soaks both, he's not torpid. Come on.
Nope.
Oh,
He's a torpor.
snap. Well, he wouldn't have spent those willpower then, because he wouldn't have made it that far.
I mean,
I guess the
any
party
one
is
of
cancelled.
I mean, we can wake him. It's not that hard.
Think we can.
I mean, if nothing else, I can test his Vitae first. We can wake him.
Yeah, you might want to do that. See if we could actually do it. There's plenty of blood everywhere.
I just.
So Vivian is going to go.
Okay,
once
before
the
you
corporate
do
body
that-
hits the ground.
Before you do that, let me see how well Andy is maintaining his composure. I think that's a wit self-control at like an 8.
Just an 8. Oh, still.
He's just like breathing heavily, fangs clearly visible, eyes wild. That rabid animal! Just, through clenched teeth, just practically growling.
I'll just go and make a taste. I'm assuming there's like at least some Vitae around here.
Oh yeah, there's some on the Nosferatu's knife.
I'll just use that.
Okay.
Protein Vitae. I'll roll the
Yep.
thing.
And
the blood.
I am going to initiate the plan I was hoping would curtail such an event, but it happened too fast. So,
Okay.
all right, okay.
It's difficult.
So-
4 or is it 3 to roll?
4.
It's
4.
4, dude. Really?
I can't remember the difficulties.
Okay, Epic, what are you doing while he's focusing on the blood?
So, I think that after a few meetings, it has been learned that we are particularly volatile creatures, and when we get mad, things don't go right. So I I wish to make a recommendation that any time that possibly stressful decisions are being made, we handle them one by one, and between them, we take a good, hour break. This be acceptable?
Andy is just looking with, at the body. Demi, you notice a very deliberate, narrowed look in the eye. Would you like to
Please don't,
preempt
please don't.
another stupid decision?
Okay. Can I? It's gonna be. So I'm just. Fuck it. I'm just gonna use Quell the Beast on the fucker.
On Andy.
Really? You're gonna do that? Oh my god, you asked him to get stabbed.
Motherfucker, we just had this guy. Then this guy is looking like he's gonna do it. Please, don't. And I'm also,
Yeah.
by the way, is he in Capture Torpor? The guy, fucking Andrew.
He
He's in
looks like
torpor.
he's in torpor or faking very well.
Yeah, so I'm basically just now releasing a grapple, right? So this might happen fast, just like it happened to Andrew. So do it fast.
Well, I'm assuming that you're doing it when you notice that Andy is just phasing out what Vivian is saying and contemplating something bad. So,
Yeah, just
okay, so I'm assuming you're trying to soothe him.
of course. I'm a soother, man.
Okay. In a second, Jackalor, because someone might get
Yep,
stabbed.
of course.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna roll it. 2 successes.
Okay. You need to get as many successes as the target has willpower if you want to completely soothe him, according to how the power is written. So, let's see.
An
Doesn't...
extended roll.
Yeah. Let's see. It doesn't say whether it's permanent or current, so I'm gonna go with probably permanent, because this seems like a less directly in your face power as these go.
Yeah, that's okay.
Fair enough.
Gen 9, I believe, Jackalor is what you're looking at there, by the way, and he has 7 or 8-ish blood points left in his system.
Okay.
Okay, so keep rolling, Demi.
Okay.
Oh.
That's another 2.
Okay. I'm gonna roll
Okay, continue.
Andy's perception.
Can I roll mine? Or does it or
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious to most people. I don't think
Yeah.
this is that subtle a power,
it shouldn't
from
be.
my knowledge. Because this is more or less someone trying to speak to somebody else on a very instinctual level.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'd get the feeling it's
about as
pretty open.
About as subtle as he could make this. He's like just at the edge of Andy's vision, swaying back and forth hypnotically.
Yeah, it's not like, super subtle, but he's trying to make it subtle. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So do I
guess
roll
I should
again?
roll.
Okay. Those of you who aren't heavily distracted would notice automatically. You Auspex
Okay.
assholes in particular, I mean. Demi. I assume Fortitude isn't on right now. Actually, I should be rolling
Yeah.
the attack at a lower difficulty. No, that will do. Please, so for
Holy
lethal,
shit.
the ghoul sings a knife between your shoulder blades or tries to.
Okay. Between wait a second. No, this is Yeah, no, my specialty for stamina would not apply. Tough as nails, nah.
Yeah,
I think we said that was for blunt.
yeah, more or less, yeah. And I think at that point, everyone who hasn't noticed yet would. And Andy just snaps up to you. Face goes just completely still, points towards the door. Out, now.
Wow, rude.
Alvdad is being put in the doghouse.
I think you might have just gotten the Toreador premature killed for sure.
Knowing me, I'm just going to go. You were going. I'm gonna go. Knowing me, I'm just basically gonna go. You were going to frenzy.
Sheriff escort
Was
him
he
out.
going to frenzy?
He looked like it, just like fucking Andrew a little while ago.
Okay.
Sounded more to like just being angry to
Okay,
me.
other than out of character discussion, he just says, Sheriff, escort him out, and you just feel a hand close on your upper arm, and he just whispers to you, calm down, let's go.
Yeah, I leave. At this point.
I'm going to be trying to calm down everybody
How? How do you go about that?
by talking the best way.
The ghoul
I'm personally
makes
happy to
sure
talk.
that no one else is threatening his charge and takes one step back from the clump of vampires. The knife is... He holds his hand in his jacket. That knife is still clearly grasped, but it's out of view. DEFCON has gone down one tick, you know?
It's no longer a nuclear war.
Okay, so the
May I make a
Nosferatu...
roll or anything?
Okay, what are you actually saying? That will affect difficulty.
Basically, I'm going, alright, so, people are frenzied. We need to try and calm down the situation, make sure the city doesn't end up in any kind of strife at the moment. We have other bigger issues, but I do think we probably need to have everyone take a break for a little while.
Okay, Michelle meanwhile is telling Andy, look at this behavior, that's completely unacceptable. How can you tolerate this? So, you are essentially in a good position to calm the room, and you have enchanting voice, so I'm gonna give you a difficulty 5 on this epic.
I couldn't hear the difficulty. You were cutting out very badly on me for
Play on the
5.
internet. Epic.
5.
55.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we really need things to go well. So, willpower point. Spend all the willpower points.
Okay, go ahead. And make this, I don't know, manipulation expression maybe? Manipulation leadership. Make it manipulation leadership, I think. Because that makes a lot of sense. You're trying to not necessarily get them...
Are you sure it would be manipulation in this case?
I'm debating it, but charisma is more about personal magnetism, and you're more trying to compel them rather than get them to arrive on their own. Charisma would be if you are doing this less in the immediate moment, but it's like an edge ruling here.
Okay. 5, 7, 8. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
I think someone on my side's probably using the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
highly suspect it, in fact.
That's enough to get things to calm down, and despite Michelle's best efforts to encourage Andy to rip the head off a certain Primogen or leave him on a roof somewhere, that does not get immediately done or ordered.
Yeah, I think I have a specialty even that would apply. I think.
Doesn't matter. It's good enough. You're good. He tried. Enough. Sadness.
I tried back.
Just throws a glance at you. Do you still have the Auspex up on her mind?
As far as I know.
Okay. And William?
Yes, I have.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well. I'm positive someone's using the internet over
Yeah.
here. I don't know what for.
Well, okay. Actually, I would say it probably broke because you had to focus on using other heavily mental powers.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Up to you. Yeah, sure.
So yeah,
I
you wouldn't
did as
necessarily
well,
know what's
so-
going through her mind anymore.
I mean, I
It's
did
fine.
also, but
I'm super perceptive.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's pretty obvious what Michelle is trying to do. When it's clear that this isn't gonna work, she just backs off. But, you know, it's clear what the plan was.
If she looks at my direction, I just look at her, give her a bit of an eye roll. This really isn't the time kind of look.
She diplomatically ignores that. Well, the fucker got frenzied and she got to stab him. So, he's in torpor
I
now.
think she's happy enough.
Well, if he stays in
Got
torpor for a
enough.
while, she would be.
I mean, I'll
Oh,
whisper
yeah.
this. Well, actually, I'll try telepathy. Him
Who?
probably.
Andy?
Andy, yeah. Because
Oh.
I'm not sure he would want anyone else to know this. Nope, I can't.
Me
I don't
count that
believe
out.
him.
Now that would work. What were you gonna say?
Oh, it would. Oh.
Andy is kind of drained due to having to, you know, stay up during the day and lie to the police.
Fair enough. It is in theory possible for me to awaken the Primogen if you should so choose. Just
Does
give
Andy
me
have
the
any
call.
politics? Andy does have politics. Well, I suppose we should take a break, and someone should inform the Chancellor of his new mission. It's best that start as soon as possible. We have delayed long enough.
If I may I assist the Chancellor as best I can in this mission?
What have you told Andy about Vivian Bacon? What does Andy
Um,
know about how you feel about Vivian?
He probably gets the she's perfect at reading people and dealing with them, and so she's a little bit scary and should not be totally trusted for everything.
I believe that we need you to watch out for threats and to make sure that all is well, Prince.
I can do both.
I'm sorry I can't take the chance with my sire's life.
I mean,
Then
if these
again,
negotiations fail,
well, I'm sure the prince had good reasons for picking the chancellor for the job.
Yeah,
Uh,
good reasons.
I mean, he idolizes you. He's gonna do stupid shit because of that.
It wasn't a D3 or something like that.
I will note that werewolves would be probably more amicable towards Vivian due to her high humanity or her closeness with humanity.
The
I
Toreador
was about to
clan,
say, you speaking mechanics?
No, well, no. I guess, yeah.
well, I believe the Toreador clan are considered to traditionally be very close to humanity.
No, I mean something
Yeah, that's actually a
different.
bit of the issue here. No one actually has spoken much, to my knowledge, with. This isn't in character. I'm speaking out of character, by the way.
Mhm.
Part of the problem here is that none of us have even really, talked to the Chancellor. We don't know how he is.
Yeah, but I doubt he's going to be anywhere close to you with the Vivian.
This is true, but currently Andy is the one that has been put in charge and is the one that is kind of putting things the way they are.
I'm trying to save. Look, I'm trying to save his relationship with the fucking Toreador here. Don't you go and sick me here.
I'm trying that myself. I'm not sure it's going to work.
I'll try to talk to him again in telepathy. This is true. It is. They are. They have a hatred of the worm, or an entity called the worm, and they
And
believe.
enough.
Yeah.
Enough. If we send more than one messenger, it looks like a threat. If we send a powerful or old vampire, which they might be able to sense,
They would
it
not
looks like
actually
a
be able to
threat.
tell this with. I doubt they would be able to tell this with Vivian due to her aforementioned closeness to
I think
humanity.
Andy might start getting annoyed with Jack soon.
I mean,
Regent, I appreciate your zeal in trying to aid this government, and it is much appreciated. Thank you very much.
He says to the guy that hasn't spoken most of the time, besides
No.
about the magical stuff.
I mean, yeah. I'll just go sit down then.
And now the Primogen know that he's been trying to manipulate things with his mind.
No, I have been talking most of the time here.
Yeah, but
You just said that you were sending your thoughts for most of that.
No, I didn't.
well, for some of it.
Yes, you did.
For some of it,
Yeah.
I was only. It's only there at the tail end.
Yeah.
I was trying to say
Yeah, he
thoughts,
said
but it
that
just-
about specific things that he was
Yeah.
keeping to
Okay.
Telepathic. It's fine.
Yeah.
He just didn't tell. I didn't hear him say when he stopped doing the thoughts and actually started talking. So I was
Yeah,
presuming it was
given that
all
there
thoughts.
were pauses in that conversation, and from the way Andy has been acting, and given the fact that he failed that with self-control, it's pretty obvious all the same that there were pieces that were being told through other means. We can't send someone powerful, and we have to send someone that's good at talking and hopefully close to humanity. A Toreador neonate seems the best choice to me.
Can't say anything back to that because they don't know anything about the Toreador we're sending. All I could do is trust in Bacon to have made a good choice.
She didn't do. But what?
Bacon,
Doing a good
meanwhile,
choice.
we're gonna switch back to you. I'm gonna use this map. So, you have
Stop
been
using my part.
you have been buried every night, and they keep you on a drip feed more or less to see what's the minimum they need in order for you to heal up a point of ag or two. So you would be at those two healed, and you would be outside hungry, but so you'd be sitting at like 5 blood points. They would be keeping you very carefully managed on blood.
Jyhad, and 5 blood.
As in, you would have healed those two. You would be
Actually-
sitting at 5. Or, yeah.
Before
You'll
we
be at Maul
completely
still.
change, could I actually recommend, with Andy, could we at least meet this Chancellor? I don't personally know much about him or anything. Does anyone else know anything about him?
I've met him. He seemed likable. And it's already been several days since the prince got taken. How long do you think they're gonna keep him alive? And how long do you want to keep talking and keep going over options until we do something?
Out of character, I wasn't intending for multiple days to go without contacting the werewolves, but back in character.
Yeah.
I would like us to at least have an idea of who we're sending.
You and the regent may meet him and advise him to the best of your ability, but unless there's an ironclad reason why he shouldn't go, he's going.
Okay. That's more than workable.
So, Bacon, give me a perception alertness roll with your wound penalty.
Okay. Perception. Awareness.
Okay. It's hard to tell, but there are at least the 3 werewolves that got you, and there's one that is distinct because he's mildly misshapen looking, both in human form and in werewolf form. So there's at least 4. There probably are a couple of more around here. So somewhere between 4 and 10 is your best guess? But that's, given
Okay.
how they took you down, that's plenty to be very troubling.
Alright. I would, at this point, have my second level of with this area.
Yeah, you would be able to see these, not the spirits themselves, but sometimes the wake they leave like a trail traveling through the air. Doesn't happen as much as you might fear, but there's definitely stuff around here.
Oh,
Now, who would be the best interrogator here? Yeah. Okay, probably like on the night before the council meeting, you would be getting a couple of questions asked of you. But you know what? We'll go with this dude, because he's around. And 2 of the ones that got you, not the one that took you down, but the 2 other ones. Just, digging you up and sitting you down for a chat. Like this, because she would probably be the one talking to you, with the other 2, like, probably by your side. Honestly. So, how's the last couple of days been for you?
oh, marvelous. They say that there are those wonders to your skin.
Okay, that's a rage roll.
Luckily, they're werewolves. They don't rage ever.
Kappa.
We said that the moon was pretty close to full, didn't we, when they took him?
Yeah, you did mention it.
So let's see if it was on upswing or down. Oh no, it was. So it's full now. Oh dear. Well, difficulty goes up by 1 since she is rank 3.
Oh no.
Oh, what you know? That's not good at all.
That
No, that's great.
Yeah,
No.
Werewolf's Frenzy on 4 successes. Because of how
Yep.
rage works. They roll their rage rating.
Wasn't it on 3 successes for most, but rank 3 plus get an extra one or something?
No, they got the difficulty buff instead.
Sworn it was 3 successes to
That's
actually rage.
because they ended up quoting it to me wrong.
Wasn't
Anyway.
the 4 the wrong quote?
No,
Yeah, it
4,
was. I corrected you on that.
4 was the right one. They were assuming it was 5. Epic, for fuck's sake, I remember the bloody rules. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you see the werewolf visibly tense, Bacon, then relax. It's funny. It's really funny, Leech. I'm glad you haven't lost your sense of humor. All said in the tone of eat shit and die.
Okay, it seems that werewolves aren't creatures that enjoy humor.
Oh, we enjoy humor. We enjoy humor a great deal. In fact, I have been composing a ballad about your capture. I'm gonna spread it far and wide. You know, you implied that you were powerful, I think, but, I'm trying to weave in a motive of pride goeth before a fall. Because you know you fell out of a fucking window by your own fucking choice. And then you died anyway. Well, kind of died. But you get the idea.
Yes, I get it, yeah. So, what is the reason of this talk?
Well, first of all, why don't you start by telling us everything about the vampires in the city? And each time we catch you in a lie, we're gonna take a piece off of you. Starting with your hands, I think.
So, what do you want to know?
Everything. Numbers, power, locations, havens.
Who do you want to sell out?
What do I want to sell out? I think the premiere is a good idea.
Oh, really?
Do it.
Really?
I can sell out Darbrand also, and Malkavian.
Send them to Thorbrand. Oh, fuck me.
I think they know about Thorbrand, so.
Yeah, two
Well,
pups went in there on a dare once, never came out.
the city has changed more than you are used to. Uh, Now the organization is different. The previous group that you were interacting is gone now, and the new one is occupying the city. Uh, you kind of took the leader of the
Yeah,
entire
she
city,
just
so
nods toward the ugly dude and he grabs your left hand and stretches it out with his left paw and raises his right clawed hand. Open, ready to bring it down. Did I mention that I would count trying to mislead us or distract us with details we didn't ask for or want or aren't useful to us as lying?
no, and I believe those are very useful.
Unfortunately for you, little leech. Little leech tumbling out. So, I think I can work that in. Unfortunately for you, you're not the judge of that. That's not how this is gonna go.
You're gonna drop the line now? Gonna drop that line? I am the ruler of this city.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking on just saying, if you kill me, the entire city is going after you. But
I don't think they're gonna kill you, is problem.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm not using this line. So just before commenting, uh, you were aware of the ones that were previously on the city, like, would I know Torbrand's name?
He might
You
have
would, I
been
think.
mentioned, but you wouldn't necessarily know how huge a deal he was to the Sabbat. You know that he's just yeah, best not go in that area. We saw some fuckers die when they got chased in there.
So I believe that you know the ones like Torbrand, Charlie, the ones that were already on the city before we came.
She contemplates for a long moment. Go on.
They don't.
So do you want more information about them?
Go on.
Okay, then. And I think this is the point that I start to sell out of the independent.
You wouldn't necessarily know their specific havens.
I mean, I know probably Charlie and Torbrand area.
You know the general area.
Okay, then. So we have on the city someone called Torbrand. We don't know that much about him, just that he seems to be someone very strong that live in this area. And says the area.
I see. Go on.
Usually when someone gets there, they die. I'm not sure if that is also happened for your group.
Go on.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's all that we got on him. Then we have from the old ones, we have Charlie. Not so strong, but live on. He has his own area on the city.
Okay.
There's this one, Nassar, that uh, seems to work with the previous uh, sect that ruled the city. Didn't get that much contact with him.
Yeah, you know how to
Usually,
essentially leave him a message if you want his services, but you don't necessarily know where he lairs.
I can get in contact with him, but don't know where he lives. Usually dealt with assassinations.
Mm-hmm. It sounds to me like you're trying to feed us crap which you think we already know. So, I'm gonna make this easy. Tell us something new and really juicy right now, or I'm gonna show you that we are actually serious about taking pieces off of you. And it would be a lot easier to guard you if you didn't have any legs to run with.
So, how was the previous uh, vampire population on the city? Just for cross-referencing the new information.
Uh, I mean, they were spread out in packs. Packs sometimes moved. You would You would have known where you killed them, but to some extent, but that's about it.
No, asking in character if they know any of the previous numbers on the city.
She just nods at the dude to your side. So, 8 plus 1 from claws plus 2 from this is 11, which should be enough to instantly sever the hand. Bacon, you have...
I have 4.
Okay, you can
42.
try and soak. That might be enough to keep the limb from, getting ripped off. Maybe.
Nope.
Yeah, not a chance. You just hear a strange shink sound, and then you look and your arm ends in a meaty mess as opposed to a hand now. He just tosses it away as it's turning to ash.
Oh, I like that hand. Fuck.
They just casually shift around. He comes over to your other side, tries to grab your other hand. Do you resist?
No. So the new population, I believe that is over 20 on the city.
Closer to 50, probably, at this point.
Oh.
There's no way there's just 20, there's a fuck ton.
Yeah, so I believe that new population is considerably high, maybe 50 more. It's hard to keep track of the new ones.
Okay. Where do they lair? Where are the main gathering places? When are they vulnerable?
Spread
We
pretty
actually
much.
don't have any main gathering places unless you want to start giving away, straight domains.
Bacon. Common sense tells that you could sell out Halfdan really hard there, because the gang will always seem to gather in one spot in the park.
Yeah, not like that is the new Elysia or something, right?
You don't know that it's been declared
Yeah.
that, yes.
And
Exactly.
you don't know it's going to be awarded either.
This could
So,
end up really amazing for you or really horrible.
Yeah, depending on how many werewolves die, horribly.
The strongest group has a meeting place, but beside that, I still haven't organized anything on the city for us to meet.
So you're in charge of organizing meeting places.
Yes, I am in charge of the city.
So you're trying to convince them of the truth, right?
Yes.
Huh. So what happened to the old group?
We killed the majority of them. A few of the independents that I was talking about them.
They were not wimps like you.
I mean, I must admit that my performance was subpar and the skill of blocking my abilities was impressive, but it wasn't that difficult.
You went down in a single hit. Your pack consisted of one other weak, I think, vampire guarding you. Yes, you are a glorious leader of great power.
You see, the point is, he was just my child. He lived with me because he does administration work.
She just looks at the other female werewolf and says, tell Kohana that we need to go back and grab the other one.
Please, a few nights have passed. Can I at least put wards in the fucking penthouse?
This
No,
is
you
before the
can't,
council
just
meeting.
barely. Yeah.
I agreed to put those words up ages ago.
No, you didn't. That's the
Oh,
entire dude.
This is like
You're the
2
one that
nights after they grabbed him, more or less, maybe 3.
yeah, and you're the one that actually was all gung ho about setting up a Primogen meeting as much as we could. Otherwise, I could argue for trying to already set up diplomacy. So,
fair enough.
The werewolves are gonna take time to organize any such thing. Don't worry about it. Andy is probably still gonna be around, and the ghouls are heavily armed with silver by now. And very careful to not lose him. How does Alan react to the notion that they're gonna grab your child?
Oh fuck! I hope that the Tremere are doing something useful and protecting that place.
Common
not.
sense reminds you of William's reputation. Despite personal experiences of him being competent, he does have a reputation, so you can't be 100% sure he has his shit together.
I hope that giving him a lot
I
of
think I would like to remind you, you have personal experience on Bill.
He might be plotting to take over the city by now, actually, Bacon. It would make sense given his previous behavior.
no, Hovden would probably just kill him if he tried. I think that his best hope is getting me back, so would probably try to protect what's mine.
That's also true. The city might be anarched by now. You don't know how many gangrel have shown up while you've been here.
You know shit.
To be blunt, I'm not sure Andy would even consider the Tremere an ally. So, would consider them useful.
Never consider the Tremere your ally, just enemies that can help you sometimes.
Okay, so
Legit.
Yeah.
are you trying to hide from the werewolves that you're upset at the news of them trying to grab Andy?
Yes.
Okay, so you're trying to hide it? In case
Yes, I'm trying to hide it.
then I'm gonna need a roll off to see how well you subterfuge.
Manipulation subterfuge?
Yes.
Oh, -2. I think it's possible, but probably not.
Well, let's see it. Okay, that's a double botch. Yeah, that's his exact reaction. No, not my child! The warrior grabs you and holds you still while you try to lunge at her. Like, no!
Do you have an idea how much it took to train him on finance?
Now we're making some progress. So, tell us where some of the more powerful groups sleep. Where are the havens? Where are the strongholds?
Yeah, the farm that we organize with don't have strongholds, but the strongest group lives around this area, and I present the location of the Havden's territory.
Okay. She just goes still and shakes her head sadly. And you are doing so well. Don't have strongholds? Nods at the dude. Somehow the claw misses on the first swing. Bacon, would you like to try and save the situation while you still have a working hand?
The sewers, what could be considered a stronghold for us?
The sewers, you say? Where?
Well, probably still not yet, but if you give a few months, the entirety of the sewers could be considered a stronghold.
You're trying to delay.
Wow, that's a claim.
Where in the sewers?
Probably close to your territory. I don't know if they already established the region. It
You
was
did know
recently.
that. They did actually go and establish that she did say that they had stuff there.
Yeah. They had started at least. So you could sell out the Nosferatu domain and tell the tell the werewolves where the Nosferatu are lairing.
There's also the tower, but this one was already here during the previous group occupation. It was our resistance point.
The tower, you mean the Chantry, Bacon?
Yes.
He's selling out my fucking mansion. It's a fucking mansion, not a tower, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a mansion. Oh, so,
yeah, they
so
might not even know about it because know of its existence because of the sanctity. But oh my fucking god, you fucking asshole!
Jackalor, make a luck roll to see if they knew already. Low is they knew.
Hey!
Nope, they don't.
Give us the exact address.
What common sense would say? The Tremere probably can take it, or I fuck them.
Depends on if I have silver.
They can probably take it. Better than 50% chance.
It's better than my chances of losing another arm. So I gave the address.
Excellent. You're doing really good. Now, for the $1 million question, provided you were actually in charge. Who's in charge after you? Who would take over?
Out of character, who's in charge of the region?
In the region, it's semi-independent princes being coordinated by an Archon to make sure they kind of play nice with each other. It's not a strict hierarchy.
The one over me is I don't think that's relevant. Not someone strong, just a social figure trying to convince that the
Who
independent
would take over the
cities don't kill each
city
other.
with you gone? And how strong are they?
He doesn't fucking know. I don't think his
He
guy.
never arranged it.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're still asking, though. That's the thing. Who do you think is the most
Honestly,
likely to take over Bacon?
Common sense saying there would probably be a civil war is the wrong choice, right?
Well, that's what common sense is screaming at you. They're probably gonna rip each other apart sooner or later if you don't come back soon.
Yeah.
We've already done that.
One premature down.
That
Well, that happens tomorrow night. They don't know that yet. Can't know that yet.
But informing them that they will the cities just starting to kill each other, it's a bad idea. It saves the common sense, right?
Yes, but you would need to lie to them and she could... Well, well, you don't know. You just know you lost control when you try to lie. The pain is getting to you.
Honestly, I didn't define who would replace me yet, so it's something between a civil war and a coup of the state, coup d'état on my Yes, French words. When I live with my thousands on the city.
Who's the most likely to win?
It's probably half done.
What are the
Uh,
factions? Which is the stronger one?
The group that I told you the general location,
The
they
park.
were receiving a lot. Yes,
They're the
they would
strongest.
probably. Yes, they would also probably get the support of the rest of the city.
I see. They can roll perception empathy here. Actually, perception will make it politics, actually.
Do you have politics?
Yes, I have.
Politics.
Yay. Roll
I'm a
easy, guys.
venture.
He doesn't have politics. He's not venturing.
You know, you see the wheels turning behind her face. You don't know what she's intending to do or recommend doing to the pack, but she's plotting how to destabilize the whole city so it rips itself apart now. You made her think the war was winnable, you dumb fuck.
I mean, if it comes to war,
I mean,
yeah, that would be fun.
take out half that and the gang will are off the leash, right? Hit that place just hard enough but not too hard and everything's in the air.
Yeah, just hit the gangrel. The werewolves probably die and the gangrel lose strength. Win-win.
Common sense says they took you out, they might be able to do the same to Halfdan with the same power.
Yeah, I'm actually not seeing a reason for them to keep you alive much longer if they go on the war path.
I know.
You are happily convincing them that killing you is... Well, they're probably gonna keep him around as an advisor, because apparently he knows all the vulnerabilities.
Also, they might keep him around if once the delegation comes to you, though. Because we apparently have a way of knowing that he's still alive.
You do. You have multiple ways.
Yeah, we do. It's me.
And the ghouls. As long as they're alive, at least.
Well, okay. And what are the groups? Specifically, like, how are these factions divided?
Hmm.
My blood.
Yeah, I'm trying to not say divided by blood. That's the exact point. But yeah, I think that's the only answer. The factions are divided by the blood that we carry.
Really? I think
Yes.
you're lying to me. That is not how leeches work.
No, the other group of that you know of, they organize themselves in packs, but we just stay together based on our blood
Okay, give
lineage.
me a charisma expression roll, Bacon, to convince her not to cut off a part because, you know, try to be convincing and quickly.
Yeah.
Thank God I have charisma.
Would you like to activate presence?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Sadly, you're not very convincing.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think you're being entirely honest. I'm really not. Bacon, give me your soak roll twice. This is not versus Ag.
Oh, not versus Ike, okay. So it's twice 6.
Okay. First one and the second one.
Nope.
Didn't soak at all.
Okay. Bacon, you take effectively a point of bashing as the werewolf holding your arm just tries to rip off a finger or two. With just
That
brute
doesn't-
strength.
That doesn't seem very effective.
It isn't, but it hurts.
Oh, fuck, that hurts. But yeah, it's the truth.
Yeah, but it's not the whole truth, so we split the difference.
Demi, I'm always on pain.
It's the withdrawal. If he hasn't snorted coke in the last 5 minutes, he's in withdrawal, Demi.
uh,
Okay, so the rest of the domains, what territories do your groups hold, and which are gonna side with which? And for simplicity's sake, Bacon, just assume that this continues, and how much do you tell them, and is there anything you try to hold back?
I try to hold back a lot when I'm talking about the people that I consider allies.
Is Vivian
Not many of
among
them.
them? And the Malkavian clan?
He would try to hold out a little bit, but not too much on her.
Okay, so mostly Toreador and Ventru are the ones that you're holding back on. Probably the sheriff.
Yes. I also would maybe give some information on the Bruja, but almost nothing.
Okay, give me a manipulation subterfuge at 7 for this. To obscure the people you care about in the information you are giving.
And I will spend a willpower.
Alrighty.
wow, that's actually something.
Did great.
That might be
Yes,
enough.
you did amazing.
Uh, well, let's see, because she would be trying to contest this. Yeah,
It's evil. She can't tell.
yes. So, okay. They would rip off a couple more fingers along the way and stop to give you enough blood to heal that. Probably. So it would be a net wash, but yeah, they do hurt you more when they think you're holding out. And, well, eventually, you are left with just 2 guards, strangely enough. As she heads off to apparently go and head into the city for reasons. Skipping ahead to after the council meeting, what are you doing once the meeting is finished? Jacqueline in particular, are you heading to meet the Chancellor right away, or are you stepping by the Chantry first?
I'd probably stop by a chantry first and then head to Chancellor.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we might as well start preparing the fucking rituals. I've been holding out on them long enough. I didn't quite realize I hadn't been doing anything with those.
Don't worry, I didn't know I wasn't doing anything for several nights until you mentioned it.
It's assumed that you have been getting everyone together, getting everyone to stay calm and accept the status quo with Andy being in charge. Because this is a very chaotic situation. That's why I did the time skip. It's assumed that this is just keeping the wobble to a manageable level as the city adjusts itself. That's why.
Fair enough.
All right. So, okay. So how long do you spend in the chantry before you go to meet the Chancellor? And are you going together?
I'd spend enough time to get them the idea that they should probably go and put the wards and say effectively organize them so they can start putting down the prepare everything for putting down the wards.
Okay. And essentially get your fuckers into gear.
Yeah.
Well, I think you
Well,
have...
I'm going to try and figure out what's going to happen with the Toreador Primogen.
Mm-hmm. Well, Andy is very much against waking him immediately, and he wants to keep him on ice for now.
Of course. I guess I'll
Does
just
he
go
have
meet
any?
the Chancellor.
Can she tell if he has any obvious other reasons for wanting to keep him on ice?
Not planning to eat the Primogen, and he's not gonna kill him immediately. It's a mixture of probably wait to see if the prince gets back and let him decide, and I can't deal with this fuck right now, and I haven't decided for sure that I'm not gonna kill him. So he's putting it off.
Fair enough.
Well, the Toreador are going to really hate this regime. So,
Well,
congratulations. I'm
Andy's
not
not.
sure your allies are going to remain that way for very long.
Well, it doesn't matter if there's none of them left.
The best way to rule a city is to kill everybody on it.
Not really.
Kill one person.
I'm not sure
You're a
that
murderer.
the prize for an anarchy state are going to ring wrong to Vivian if this keeps up.
Listen, Epic. Kill one man, you're a murderer. Kill 1,000, and you're a general. Kill 1,000,000, you're an emperor. And kill them all, you're a fucking god.
This is true. But yeah, I think I would just go and meet the Chancellor. I don't feel a reason that me and Jack would need to try and, coordinate this for any particular reason. We're just trying to get to know the guy.
Okay. Who would know how to contact him? Probably his Primogen.
And he's on ice.
You do know someone, Epic, who can help you with that.
I do know somebody.
Yeah. So yeah, Marcella could hook you up with a phone number. And you
I'll
could
see
arrange a
about
meeting.
doing that because, and I also will tell her to kind of be careful these nights. It seems that some of arrangements that I didn't know about are kind of screwing you guys over.
What kind of a tone are you trying to go for with that?
I'm trying to get Marcella to just lay low because at the moment, Hitlers are kind of in Andy's side.
Okay.
Suddenly, Toreador that isn't being fucked over right now, so I just, recommend trying to lay low.
Okay, Vivian, how serious is this?
Well, I wasn't made aware of this, but apparently, Derek is the Chancellor, which is in charge of diplomacy and negotiations.
Oh yes.
So
he told us a while back.
Yeah, he's being sent to negotiate with the werewolves.
Well, what does Andrew think about this? That seems like bullshit.
One moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think he went AFK. That's what he meant by one moment.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Sorry, people suddenly came into my room and started going with stuff. Okay, back into the game.
Okay. She was asking what Andrew thought of that.
There's no easy way to say this. Andrew didn't appreciate it, and frenzied, and that apparently has really pissed off the current person in charge, and he's kind of being kept on ice for the moment.
Okay. This is how you contact, what was his name? Derek? Clearly he has to stay. I think this is a good time to, visit my sire. I owe you one, Vivian. I'll be back in a month or two.
All right, see you then.
Maturity, baby.
You can consider yourself as having at least a minor boon over Marcella, then.
I'm assuming major if a genocide happens.
If it could turn out to be a lot bigger than that if it's, if it turns out to be really bad,
I'll be trying to help Derek as much as I can, but I've basically been more or less overruled on any real assistance. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if Derek is good or not at this. This was kind of dropped on me, so yeah, that wasn't expected. Didn't even know there was a chancellor.
None of us did. None of
Okay,
us did.
that's written in the boons. This, given that it doesn't smell quite as, oh yeah, the prince is hunting you all levels of craps, if this does turn out to be bad, it's probably not gonna bounce all the way to major, but it could relatively reasonably bounce to a moderate.
I mean, I'm not even trying to get a boon out of this. I'm actually just legit kind of worried about her because she's the only Toreador that's not getting fucked right now.
Oh no, she sees the writing on the wall. She's out. She's leaving. Alberta told her about what to do when this happens, and that's to not be there, if at all possible.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, just snoping the fuck
All
out
right.
of there.
Sounds good to me. I'll get in contact with the Chancellor then. Ring,
Okay.
ring, ring.
Okay. You hear music in the background when he picks up. Yes, hello?
Hello, is this Derek?
Yes, this is Derek. I'm sorry I'm having party right now.
Yes. I have some news. Not necessarily great news, but your duties as Chancellor have apparently been called upon. Some of us want to try and meet you to try and understand who you are, as this was not known to anyone in particular, but apparently you're in charge of the diplomatic and negotiations with the werewolves and are to leave as quick as possible to form
Wait,
diplomatic
negotiations
ties
with who?
with the nearby werewolves that have taken the prince. Oh yeah, you'll figure that out in a little bit. We need to talk.
You can hear the sound of processing from the other side.
So where are you right now? I've managed amount of time to at least try and get people to meet you and understand who you are. But the current and Andy is currently in charge, as he was seneschal, and yeah, he said that you're going to be the one doing this apparently, and so
I think that calls for self-control roll in a
What?
room filled with mortals. Yeah, I really think it does.
Maybe spend willpower?
he might spend willpower if he's actually a decent human being, but we don't know that.
No, he's
Again,
piece
don't
of
know
shit.
who this guy is.
He's a piece of shit. You hear
no.
a crunching sound. Oh
And
dear.
some screams.
Of course.
You know, he's a high society boy, so this might have consequences.
Oh no.
Luckily, it's actually not my fault. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
So there
This
are
is a
like
blame
two
Andy
people
moment.
left. Well, three actually, counting Vivian, with Dominate 3, I think.
Yep, I believe that's right.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, he would spend a willpower to switch targets and go somewhere with less people. Jackalor.
Mhm.
Actually, this is Bacon
Yeah.
City. Bacon, roll a luck die to see how bad this is.
Luck.
Not the worst.
Okay. Okay. Shit. Okay. So, you called him from the hotel, I assume.
Yeah, I did this more or less immediately after, once I figured out what would happen with the Toreador Primogen.
Okay. Well, about half an hour later, 45 minutes, there's a call for a Vivian at the front desk.
I'll go and answer it.
Yes,
Okay.
I am locked inside the bathroom in my apartment with what used to be a guest and I could use a little help.
I'll come over and see about helping. Yeah. I wouldn't have dropped it on you so fast, but apparently Andy wants this to be done quickly. I'll come
Yeah,
over and see what I can do.
I think he's in the political seat, like some sort of a high up clerk, or maybe he's a police captain, I don't remember. Yeah, just come on over, please.
Yes, I'll be there.
Ah, wonderful. It's meant to be played. Speaking of which, I need to
Hey,
roll
Mom.
conscience. Just before going to werewolves, roll conscience for humanity, Voss.
Okay.
Okay, he feels bad.
You managed to lose it.
Fucking damn it. I think on that we can take a break.
Fucking
Okay.
hell, man. Fucking hell.
I love the